Sometimes in these early stages of the season, Richard, some players can be, I think, unsure about their role.
Hey, but that's part of the job. You just have to stay ready. Whenever your team calls your number, you have to go in and do the job that they ask you.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Short out there with Michael. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2 dot. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Towns kicks to Hart. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bridges. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
New York ball.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Let's say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. Outside for George. Maxey passes to George. To the inside. Embiid, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Brunson the pass to Bridges. Here's Hart. Brunson right side. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Maxey. And with Joel Embiid, Richard, you worry that injuries have stolen his best years from him.
The 2023 MVP season was magical. You hope he can stay healthy because he is truly a unicorn. Just an incredible player. Plus, he's pretty fun off the floor, too.
So for New York, their last game will win against Philadelphia. And there's a whistle.
begin. I'm glad we're starting.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Jalen Brunson is out. Out there with Miles McBride, and it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Now here's Brunson. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. New York working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Towns on the screen. Here's Brunson. And it's Towns with the power finish.
An absolute beast. Jalen Brunson. Pick and roll. Towns rolls off ready to score. He doesn't disappoint either.
Now Maxey. First quarter of play, a minute in. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's Brunson. Shot from the top of the key. He squares up and sinks it.
That polished jump shot of Brunson's is really a key part of why he's so effective as an offensive player.
Down low. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist from Edgecombe.
He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's McBride. Over to the left wing. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
The assist goes to...
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Oh, George with a steal. Pass to Maxey. Hart with the defensive effort.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Yeah, and leaving no doubt. Edgecombe just flies to the rim.
The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Towns. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Brunson passes to Towns. 2 on the clock. Three-pointer, Bridges. It's rebounded by George. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
I couldn't agree with you more. They allow some opposing reserves to get it going. You know the stars are going to get their point. But when you allow those second unit guys to get it going, that's when you're in trouble.
Shamet, he's checked in for New York. Towns for 3. Joel Embiid pulls it down. 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. And he hits it to tie the game.
Embiid, such a monster on the inside. He puts a lot of pressure on him.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Shamet. Puts up a deep 3. Towns against Embiid. Towns, right side. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, that effort is absolutely fantastic here. I mean, Hart staying active, being persistent, tracking down the rebound, making sure they get something out of that extra possession.
Towns outside. 54 seconds left in the first. And Hart throws it down.
Crafty pass there from Brunson. The guy just makes plays.
76ers trail by 4. Outside Grimes. Baxi against Bridges. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. And they're on the break. Here's Shannon. Towns. Great positioning on the putback.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's George. No points yet. And here's Maxey outside. Hart pulls it in.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
Brunson against Embiid. Outside Hart. Here's Shannon. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away. That the inside area is their territory.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Landry Shamet is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
Now here's Grimes. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Knocked loose. And stolen by Brunson.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Major force from Mikal Bridges there.
76ers trail by 8. Pass to Marlowe. Maxey with a screen on Hart. And here is Maxey. On the take. Oh, Robinson with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And for offensive players, they say that understanding angles gives a big advantage. Can you elaborate on that a little bit, Clark?
I think I can, B.A., a little bit. When you think about the geometry of the game, angles, spacing, timing, those things are not what you would think about when you think geometry, but how you cut, how you move, when you move, get to the basket, all of that stuff is part of the geometry of the game.
Now here's Hart, and the basket is good. Hart's got 6.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the basket by New York on the other end. For 3, George. No good on the shot.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said it's the right thing to do. Giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, the jab or the pull-up and all that stuff, but it'll still work.
Trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots at any kind of chance.
So far, Graham, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor. And what jumps out about VJ Edgecombe is his defensive abilities, because that's what can be difficult to teach. But he's already a very potent force on that side of the ball. and just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Yes, it's good.
Him being such a dominant force inside, that's exactly where his coaches and teammates want him operating.
With the step back. Brunson. Pass to Hart. Launches a three. The rebound by Embiid.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Hook loose. And stolen by Brunson. Back to Clarkson. Inside. Pass to Shaman. Shot clock at 5. From the baseline. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Shamit's got his first 2 points. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 10. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. That's good. From Embiid on the assist by George. Embiid's got 8.
He's one of those guys that just knows how to generate offense.
And the 76ers with some changes. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Barlow comes in for Paul George. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Grimes. New York also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Hart. McBride comes in for Shaman. And Alvarado's subbed in for Brunson. 3 from Edgecombe. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He just has to get somebody out on Edgecombe. He's not a guy who
Alvarado pass to Towns. 1:52 left to play in the first half. New York working the ball around now. New York again can't hit.
more often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Oubre with those long strides covers up ground quickly.
Knicks leading by 3. Outside McBride. To Alvarado. Out to the wing. Towns down low. Shoots from 14. Yep, that one's good. Give him 8 points now.
It's been a dominant night for him. Staying productive throughout.
Pass to Edgecombe. 58 seconds left in the first half of this one.
A solid finisher in close. Edgecombe's agility lets him find good angles.
Right side McBride. Robinson passes to Clarkson. Lets it fly. It's a very good look and converts. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Outside Maxey to the paint. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down.
Now here's McBride. The D's right on him. They get the rebound. Robinson. And it goes as the official calls the foul. And he'll shoot one more at the line. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. New York shooting their first free throw of the game here.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Now here's Maxey. 17 points in his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. And he lays it up and in.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. New York out in front, leading by 3. Let's send it courtside and check in. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers. I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they still got to prove it.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
I usually only see Shaq.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. New York leading by 3. We've got Kelly Oubre, Maxey out there with Quentin Grimes. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Barlow in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Brunson finds Bridges. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Bridges has got 5 now.
From the moment he entered the league, Mikal Bridges has been knocking down threes.
Here's Grimes. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Brunson on the drive. Bridges outside. Now here's Towns. Tight defense on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brunson. Throws it down.
You know, there aren't many players who are more efficient in the pick and roll than Jalen Brunson. I mean, he has mastered that set.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like. And just playing with reckless abandon.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Willing to sacrifice himself for the play. Maxey takes the foul and keeps going.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both free throws good from Maxey.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Maxey against Brunson. Bridges outside. Outside Robinson. Pass to McBride. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long take. McBride's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Oubre. Now here's Grimes. From downtown. Philadelphia with another miss.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so bad.
Count it.
And I'm trying to think of how many 7-footers I know with that level floater in their arsenal. It's a short roll call list, folks.
Here's Maxey. He has 6. Brunson against Oubre. Pass to Robinson. And here's Brunson. Screen by Robinson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Brunson misses. Here's Barlow. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Hits the trifecta. And it's a 12-point New York lead.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
He's been on a mission, attacking the basket all game long. I'm curious to see what adjustments they can make.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. George comes in for Oubre, and it's Edgecombe in for Maxey. New York on D. Pass to Edgecombe. Now George. He's guarded by Bridges to end the run. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Brunson. Oh, taking it to him. Jalen Brunson.
I love the measured way that Brunson will attack off the bounce. I mean, he's always in control, playing at his own pace, and he's ever a threat to take it all the way.
76ers trail by 14. George in the post. He's against Bridges. George, good.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for New York. Hart's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Shabbat, he's checked in for McBride. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Brunson. Hart finds Robinson. Screen by Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Shaman. Jumper from the wing, offline.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
George passes to Barlow. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Barlow's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Robinson, a screen on George. Here's the floater.
76ers foul. Edge call. First personal foul. First team foul.
Clarkson against George. Alvarado, left side. New York working the ball around now. And another shot. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Just 4 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Sixers ball.
'76ers trail by 10. Pass to Drummond. Here's Grimes. The three-pointer off the mark.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
Now here's Alvarado. He's covered closely. George feels it out of it. Now here's Drummond. Here's Edgecombe. 9 points in the game. Here's George. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and taking control on the glass.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And so it's New York going into the break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension. You got a big guy that can pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for the Knicks, Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Jose Alvarado is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low. Pass to Embiid. Embiid, the screen on Hart. Here's George. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. They've led by as many as 14. Oubre against Bridges. Towns outside from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 10. Here's Edgecombe. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
And with his combination of rim running and mid-range shooting, defenses don't know what to do with Edgecombe.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Alvarado. Here's Brunson. Bridges, a screen on Maxey. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. No good there. Now Philadelphia with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
George takes the contact with good body control there, allows him to finish.
Brunson against Maxey. Brunson with the bucket.
Jalen Brunson.
And the Knicks lead by 8.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Pass to Edgecombe. Now George. Outside Oubre. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hart passes to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Assist from.
Look, how do you come up with a strategy to defend Towns on a night like this? I'm anxious to see you try it.
against George. Outside Oubre. Pass to Maxey. Banked it in off the glass.
That's why you give Maxey freedom to do his thing, because he's terrific at creating for himself.
Here's Brunson. Bridges passes to Hart. Back to Bridges. Left side Brunson. Embiid with a nice defensive effort. 76ers trail by 8. Here's Maxey. Alvarado with a rebound.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Towns. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The 76ers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that at 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
Grimes, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Knicks making a change here as well. McBride, he's checked in for Alvarado. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Hart. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Brunson. Oh, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Count it.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy is ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
The Knicks with the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's a floater. Soft touch goes for Brunson.
Staying under control and unflappable, Brunson steps up when his team needs him the most.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
New York.
It's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning.
Second
and have
personal
not
foul.
stopped.
Second team foul.
Towns against Embiid. Now George. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows or they'll call it.
Now Towns. Brunson surveys. Towns a screen on Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Towns down low. Embiid covers. Gets it to go.
The assist
Is Carl Anthony's domain. His body lets him just own it.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. 9-point game. Outside George. Oh, Embiid cleaning things up inside.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on the play.
Together for your Philadelphia 76ers TNT.
They trail by 7. He launches. The putback. And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
Edge
So
call.
they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And here are the Knicks now. Bridges. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Bridges.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Yes, sir. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Philadelphia foul. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
Second team foul.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout called, the 76ers. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
We're trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
So New York wins it, and they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
NBA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win.
Please make sure to get home.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForge.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Here we go. Here with Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForge. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Fox and Castle are their guards. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the four-man position. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Here's McDaniels following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Randall. Fades and shoots, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark. Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness of that.
And finished up by Edwards.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Here's Castle. Minnesota with the rebound. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And he hits it and gets headed on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
So strong. Gobert just goes through the bump. You have to hammer him now.
The Timberwolves shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now, here's Vassell. Last game he had 13. And the basket by Castle.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Now here's Dosunmu. And to McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. And Gobert hits to McDaniels. Oh, good with the triple. Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The wide open look here for Fox. That drops nice speed that time from Wembanyama.
Pure confidence. The moment the ball hits Fox's hands, he's letting it fly.
First quarter ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update, Allie?
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I wanted to know what his defensive scheme was against De'Aaron Fox, and he told me we need to limit transition opportunities because that's when he's really dangerous. Speed is one of his biggest strengths, so we need to slow the game down to our pace. Let's see if they're able to accomplish it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Castle. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Well, Stan, you can feel it. I can feel it. There is a buzz in the air for this opening night game.
Kevin, I don't think these fans could have waited any longer. They are thrilled to see their team kick off the season. And for that matter, so are we.
That one falls.
Well, the defender made it hard on Randall. Still, he uses his body to convert for two.
Ball three from Wembanyama. Gobert pulls it in. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Dosunmu, the pass to Edwards. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Niles Reed.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive. A lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Fox against Edwards. Johnson outside. And Fox has it in the corner. Now here's Harper. He's guarded closely. Count that bucket.
Superb focus from Harper on that shot, absorbing the contact well.
Timberwolves trail. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is found to be a special player in this league.
Now Johnson. Following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt. Great cheat that time from Edwards.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Clark outside. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
Well, in terms of assist numbers, there's been a steady increase for Edwards in his career. Great recognition there.
Fox kicks to Harper. Pass to Johnson. Goes back up. Back to Harper. Over Clark. Harper, no good. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Timberwolves. Outside, Reed. Here's Edwards. Two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. And can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Fox looking it over. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Reed. He lobs it up.
Oh, it's bigger. Ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 6. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. And it's Highland in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Back to Castle. 6 to shoot. Outside for Wembanyama. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves leading by 8. And there's the call on Dylan Harper. That's his first foul. Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels outside. To the left wing. Gobert finds Dosunmu. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels from deep. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Basket good.
You see just how assertive Harper is down low. This kid fears absolutely nothing.
Here's Dosunmu. He has yet to score. Pass to Highland. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Timberwolves passing it around. 3 on 3. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Harper.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting it as well as you're going to see 67%. Instead, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Here we go, Coach, the 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this team.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Harper the pass to Wembanyama. San Antonio will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Fox, he's checked in for the Spurs. Clock at 6. Wembanyama passes to Fox. Carries it from 3-point range. Fox has got 6.
The consistency might not be elite, but still, Fox is a legitimate three-point threat.
The wide open look here for Highland. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his attitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Back over to you, Kevin.
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Offensive rebound. Beyond the arc. That one's not going to go. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Reed with the rebound. McDaniels with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. McDaniels against Castle. They double him with Wembanyama. 5 to shoot. Here's Highland. Gobert. And there's Gobert. Putting it right back in. Gobert's got his second basket.
Well, that's what Gobert is out there to do. Using his size to win second chances at the hoop.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 6 points for Victor Wembanyama. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And now here's the two-day leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled them.
Randall kicks to Gobert. Randall outside. Lets it go from deep. In shot opportunity, and it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got 7 points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Outside Harper. Back to Fox. Harper with a screen on top. Here's Fox. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Up top Edwards. To the paint. Ball stolen. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. A pass to Fox. Johnson with a screen on cover. Here's Fox. The kick out to Harper. And here is Johnson. He's defended by Randall. Another shot. Julius Randall with the rebound. Down low. There's Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Now it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. The Timberwolves on top, leading by 5. And Allie LaForte. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the act.
Well, right now for the Spurs, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this.
And turning our attention back to that first half of action. Guys, Anthony Edwards was in complete control. And that about wraps it up. And as the third.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got Harper, also Fox out there. And Benyama's out there with Barnes. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. Timberwolves lead by 3. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
Wembanyama, a screen on cover. Gobert with the block.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
Randall outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding.
And that one good. Wembanyama's got 8 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between 3-pointers and other shots have been for the Spurs.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively. And boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Randall outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Fox. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And so it's Minnesota with it. A 2-point game. Barnes against Conley. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Fox against Conley. Fox passes to Champagny. Back to Fox. To Champagny. Just 4 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They lead by 4. And Harper, the bucket on the assist by Fox. Harper's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Mr. Gobert. To the middle. And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it out.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to change it over. Both teams are deciding to change it up. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to go through. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Edwards with it. Picked up by Bryant. Oh, he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And he nails the 3rd. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcoming the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
And the basket by Castle.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
There's a minute 47 left here in the 3rd quarter. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Al LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Johnson. Gobert with the block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few defensive player of the year.
And Randall throws it down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's always good news for his team.
Harper gets to Bryant. Harper the pass to Cornette. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
There's the pick. Harper the pass to Cornette.
Really the right play defensively if you can't block. Force him to the line.
The Spurs shoot their 3rd and 4th free throw shot of the night. And that one misses. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Dosunmu, the pass to Shannon. Shot clock at 6. Right side, Reed. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Johnson, right side. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I like the fact that you see this pass multiple times. You love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duty with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Dosumu is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's McDaniels in the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Edwards, no good. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Johnson took it right to the hole.
Here is Edwards. Pass to Dosumu. McDaniels gets to Randall. And a miss there on the triple. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
Wembanyama, a screen on Edwards. Shoots the 3. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Fox.
Yeah, and after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with all the force on the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Edwards. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 now. City on the glass.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And foul. And yep, we thought we might see it.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constitutes the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. The high post shot. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. Here's McDaniel. Knocks down the 3.
Look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is.
And the Spurs making the change here. Champagne's checked in. Here's Fox. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense. They are really piling up steals.
And it's James McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Spurs trail by 10. Vassell was screen on Edwards. Now Castle. Oh, swiftly lays it in.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Edwards with it. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Stolen by McDaniels. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Randall, 12-footer.
Good effort by Randall to get up the floor and make himself available.
Fox. Count the basket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, get a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Randall. He's off from 3. Spurs trail by 8. Now Vassell. It's stolen by Edwards. Now here's Dosunmu. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Castle. Lots of room. Rebounded by Randall.
Spurs foul. Castle. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
It's the first that can put them up by 9.
When you look at Julius Randle, his stats over his career, he's a forward who chips in different ways. An excellent passer for his size.
Vassell against McDaniel. Now Castle outside Fox. Down it goes for 3. About 7 seconds separate the shot and game clocks. Randall fires, and they come back with a 3 of their own.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So it's Minnesota winning this one. Some good moments around this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.